When it's time to sketch, I just make lines like this, something subtle like this, and I keep adding just enough so I can see something. That would be enough for me to know what's going on and these lines are doing. I can add a dot here, another dot down there and another one like this. You know, this is enough for me to see if it's working. I can maybe accentuate this edge a bit. So this is more important to me than splitting it all up. A subtle line is enough to represent whatever is going on here. I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I've mentioned it in some of the other mentorship calls with other people. But I do something in Photoshop that's kind of silly. And if you've drawn before, you probably already know this. You can also use a pencil and a piece of paper, of course. If you keep your hand pressure very light, you can just start sketching very lightly. You'll be adding very faint lines, and you'll notice how it's having this kind of mess. And within this mess, you find the eye, then you find the nose. And then you keep adding more and more lines. And sometimes you press a bit harder to help your eye focus where you want them to focus. Then you find the lips and then the head. More lines until you find the ear. This is a very common drawing technique. It removes the pressure of getting it right the first time, letting you find the lines gradually. And within these lines, you can do anything because none of them stand out too much. And the tricky part is that sculpture is different because we work with volumes, not lines. The main thing this technique, usually used in 2D, gives me in 3D is the ability to maintain the intensity of my brushstrokes. So on the surface of your sculpt, you create this minimal noise or mess while providing your brain with the information it needs to read the shapes and forms. It doesn't need to be highly precise. It doesn't need to have the correct definition. The moment you draw a line here, your eyes follow it, then you're fogged. Now all other lines need to have the same weight. It's the only way to keep them all even. And that's it. So when I'm sculpting or when I'm blocking out shapes, I can scratch freely or even leave the clay brush texture. This saves a lot of time in the end, allowing me to see only what's needed. When the mess is evenly distributed, our eyes find what it needs. That's what I care about. It doesn't matter the subject. It works with metals, leathers, or anatomy parts. That's how I like to see things.